The 4.6 update for Splatoon 2 will be going live later on today for you guys in North America. It will be going live at 6 PM for people living on the West Coast. That works out to be 9 PM for people living on the East Coast. We did get told it will be coming on the same day, the 2nd of April, for people living in the UK and Europe. But unfortunately, Nintendo did lie to us. Unfortunately, it will be coming on the 3rd of April. It will be coming 2 AM for people living in the UK. That works out to be 3 o'clock in the morning for people living in the rest of Europe. It will also be coming out on the 3rd of April for people living in Australia as well. But yeah, the 4.6 update will be going live later on today if you are in North America. It will be bringing Sheldon picks, which will be the final 12 weapons that will be coming to the game. So what I want to do in this video is go through all 12 weapons that will be added with the 4.6 update. So Sheldon's picks will be bringing over 10 weapons from the original Splatoon game, but also it will be adding in 2 new weapons to Splatoon 2 as well. Those 2 weapons will be the Tenta Camo Umbrella and the Clear Dapple Jewelers. The Tenta Camo Umbrella will be coming with ink mines, and also it will be coming with the Ultra Stamp special weapon as well. I can see that being really useful in splat zones, so you place down one of your ink mines in the zone to try and get rid of one of the enemies in the zone, and also pinpoint the location of the enemy as well, but also like clearing out enemies through the Ultra Stamp. I can see the Tenta Camo Umbrella being really useful in splat zones, and also I can see it being quite useful in tower control and Rainmaker as well. But to be honest with you, I'm not really that much of a umbrella user, so maybe I could be completely wrong. The Clear Dapple Jewelers will be coming with the Torpedo and the Splashdown special weapon. I can see this weapon being used quite a lot in Turf War. I probably will try out this weapon first in Turf War, but also I can see this weapon working out well in splat zones as well. Now let's move on to the 10 weapons that have been brought over from the original Splatoon game on the Wii U that also were released via Sheldon's picks as well. The weapon that I probably will use the most from Sheldon's picks is the NZAP 83, just because I use the NZAP 85 and the NZAP 89 quite a lot, so I can definitely see myself using the NZAP 83 the most out of all of the 12 weapons coming to the game with the 4.6 update. The NZAP 83 will be coming with the Sprinkler and also Ink Storm as well. I think this will be my go-to weapon in splat zones for stages like Kelp Dome, Walleye Warehouse that are pretty much closed in. I don't think I will use it for stages that are a little bit open like Manta Maria. I think I might get a little bit outrange quite a lot on that stage, but for stages like Kelp Dome for example, I think this weapon will be my go-to weapon for splat zones. I can see myself using the NZAP 83 quite a lot. The Aerospray PG will be coming with burst bombs and the Booyah Bomb. Just like all of the other Aerosprays in the game, I can see this weapon being really popular in Turf War. I think in Springfest we will see a lot of people use this weapon. I don't really see this weapon being that viable for the ranked battle game modes. Maybe in splat zones on certain stages that are close quarters, I can see this being useful with the Booyah Bomb special weapon, but I can't really see this being that useful in ranked modes. I think it will be really popular in Turf War, just like the Sploosh-O-Matic 7, which will be coming with Splat Bombs and the Ultra Stamp. I definitely am looking forward to using this weapon. I will try this out first of all in Turf War. I don't think it will be that much viable like to use in the ranked battle game modes. I know the Sploosh-O-Matic, you do see it quite a lot, especially in splat zones. I see that weapon get used quite a lot, so maybe we'll see this Sploosh-O-Matic 7 get used quite a lot in Splat Zones. I think I might even try to use this weapon out in Clan Blitz as well. So yeah, definitely I'm looking forward to using the Aerospray PG and the Splatoon 7, although I probably will just use those two weapons in Turf War only. Finally, Ink Brush mains have a new Ink Brush weapon to use in Splatoon 2. You guys have been neglected quite a lot during this game, but the permanent ink brush will be coming with Sheldon picks, and it will be coming with the sprinkler and the ink armor special weapon. This setup is perfect for someone like me that doesn't necessarily use ink brush weapons that much, but maybe they might want to use this permanent ink brush. This weapon is perfect for someone like me that wants to try out this weapon but also wants to contribute to the team a little bit. The ink armor special weapon is pretty much my way to contribute to the team. Even if I do like really rubbish in the game, I can still contribute with the ink armor. I will probably try out the permanent ink brush in Clan Blitz. I can definitely see this weapon being really useful in Clan Blitz. I will use this ink brush then probably. I don't really see myself using it in other game modes though, but yeah, I think this setup is perfect for someone like myself that doesn't necessarily use ink brush weapons that much. It just means that we can contribute to the team as well with that ink armor special weapon. The Heavy Splatling remix is in collaboration with the band Chirpy Chips. It will be coming with the point sensor and the Booyah bomb. I think with that setup, this weapon will be really useful in the Splat Zones. The Grim Range Blaster will be coming with burst bombs and Tenta missiles. I think this setup will be really useful in game modes like Tower Control and Rainmaker, especially with the Tenta missiles. The Tenta missiles will be really useful to take out people on the tower, to break the Rainmaker shield as well. I could definitely see this weapon being really viable in those two game modes. I absolutely love the design for the Soda Slosher. It's just got a weapon design that really does stand out. The Soda Slosher will be coming with splat bombs and burst bomb launcher as well. I think with that setup, this weapon is perfect for Splat Zones, purely based on that special weapon, but also the Soda Slosher will be quite useful in Tower Control as well. Maybe you guys might feel a little bit different to me. I'm not really that much of a Slosher user, but yeah, having played against Sloshers quite a lot, Sloshers always seem really viable in Tower Control, and yeah, with that setup, I can definitely see the Soda Slosher being really useful in Splat Zones as well. Just like the Soda Slosher, I absolutely love the weapon design for the Cherry H3 Nozzle Nose. It will be coming with the Splash Wall and the Bubble Blower. I'm not really that familiar with the H3 Nozzle Nose, so I'm not really sure what sort of game modes this will be viable for. The H3 Nozzle Nose, I always struggle with that weapon just because it does require accuracy, and accuracy is something that I do lack. I don't really have good accuracy whilst playing the game, so yeah, the H3 Nozzle Nose is not really a weapon for me, so I don't think I will be using the Cherry H3 Nozzle Nose that much, but I do understand how good this weapon is. Seriously, if you've got good accuracy with this weapon, you can take out someone really quickly with the free burst, obviously. So yeah, this is a really powerful weapon in the right hands. It's just that my hands are not the right hands for the Cherry H3 Nozzle Nose, and that is the case for the Fresh Squiffer and the Bamboozler 14 Mark III. The Fresh Squiffer will be coming with suction bombs and the inkjet. The Bamboozler 14 Mark III or the Bamboozler 14 MK3 will be coming with fizzy bombs and the bubble blower. I have to commend anyone that can use the Bamboozler and do well with it. Seriously, that is such a hard weapon to use, so massive props to anyone that is really good with that weapon. So there are the final 12 weapons coming to Splatoon 2. We've got plenty there to get our teeth into. I really can't wait to use the Aerospray. I can't wait to use the NZAP 83. Can't wait to try out the Splatoon 7. I haven't really tried out the Splatoon yet in Splatoon 2. Yeah, I haven't really tried out a lot of the weapons in this Sheldon's picks. So with this Sheldon's picks, I probably might use weapons that I'm not familiar with, like the Slosher, like the Heavy Splatoon remix. That seems to be a really good weapon to use in Splat Zones. I might try and vary up my playstyle a little bit, you know, just to freshen things up a little bit. So yeah, the Sheldon's picks, I think I might try and vary up my playstyle, and the weapons coming with Sheldon's picks definitely allows me to do that. It's like I've never used the Dapple Dualies, so I probably will try out the clear Dapple Dualies, especially during Springfest. So yeah, there are all of the 12 weapons coming with the 4.6 update later on today for you guys in North America, tomorrow for people living in Europe, and also we will be getting the badge system with the 4.6 update coming to the game as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it with this video, and I will see you in another video soon, hopefully.